Hey everybody, I want to make your holiday season just a little bit easier this year, and I have a giant list of holiday gift ideas for the gamer in your life. Maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's your significant other or your kids or your parents, or just, maybe it's for yourself because you've been good this year. You deserve it. And there are lots of ideas that I'm going to be checking off this list. Some of them will have affiliate links, some of them won't have affiliate links, and I'll mark the affiliate links with a little icon next to them so that you know which ones are directly supporting the channel at no extra cost to you and which ones are not actually supporting the channel. But something else to keep in mind is a lot of times we get questions about what do we want for Christmas, and maybe you are the gamer in question, in which case you could send this video to the people who are asking you for ideas for Christmas. That way you don't know what you're going to get. And not only that, but I'm going to be talking about items at like all kinds of different price points. And so pretty much no matter what their budget is going to be, they're going to be able to find something on this list that you might enjoy. So if that all sounds good, let's get started for our first section, and that's going to be keeping all of our gadgets charged, because we have tons. I can't speak about everybody else, but I have lots and lots of things that need to be charged. I got lots of batteries that got to be brought back up to the top, either here at my desk or on the shelf behind me. And Ugreen is the company that I go to for just about every single charging need that I have, but there's two specific ones that I want to talk about in this video that are really cool that I like a lot. This is the Ugreen Nexode 100 watt MagSafe charger. It supports 100 watts of output on a single USB port, either C1 or C2, and can charge your MacBook Pro M2 from 0% to 51% in just 30 minutes. It has two USB-C ports and a USB-A port, so it'll handle pretty much whatever you need to throw at it. But my favorite part is if you have a compatible iPhone like I do, it has MagSafe as well. So I can keep my phone charged and at my desk and at the perfect height so that at any time that I want to look down at my phone, it automatically recognizes my face with Face ID. I don't have to pick up my phone in order to see a text that comes in. It just pops up on screen and I'm good. Here it is charging my AirPods, my Steam Deck, and my battery bank all at the same time. And speaking of that battery bank, this battery bank has you covered as well when you are away from your desk. The Ugreen Magnetic 10,000 milliamp hour battery. It's also a MagSafe charger, so it'll snap to your phone and start charging it, or you can charge the iPhone 15 Pro from 0 to 60% in about 30 minutes. And you can charge up to 3 devices at the same time, like I'm doing right here. It even has a little LED indicator that'll show you how much charge it has left. I like this one because it's so versatile. It's really light at only 7.9 ounces. It actually weighs less than an iPhone 15 Pro Max. And Ugreen has tons of other ways to keep your gadgets topped off, so make sure you check out their Black Friday deals for up to 50% off right now if you click the link in the description down below. Let's move on to transport. This gaming pouch from TomToc is probably one of the best designed and very well constructed little pouches that you can fit your gaming gear into that I've ever used. And it's made specifically for the Steam Deck, but it's also really good for other handheld PCs as well. TomToc calls this their Steam Deck bag, but it can hold any handheld I throw in it. Here it is holding not only my Legion Go, which has a massive 8.8 inch screen, but it also has my Nintendo Switch in there as well, the Ugreen battery pack that I just mentioned before, and my MiU Mini Plus, which we'll talk about later. The main compartment has this huge, thick pad that goes right where your screen is, so even if you do drop it or bump into something, you know that the screen in your handheld PC is going to be protected. These materials feel like they're really high quality, and it's also subtle and doesn't scream, hey everybody, I'm filled with expensive video game gear. I always hate that gamer like aesthetic that draws attention to the very expensive things that you might have on you. So I really appreciate the subtlety of this gaming pack. Now, maybe you have an existing backpack and you're not interested in having a separate bag, but you want something to protect your Steam Deck that takes up just a little bit less room than the case that comes with it. TomToc's got you covered there too. They have this really nice hard shell case that will protect it, and inside there's a screen cover to protect your sweet OLED screen if you got the new one. It protects the deck without adding any extra bulk to it. They also make a Nintendo Switch version as well. The Steam Deck carrying bag and the slim case for it are both 20% off right now for Black Friday, so it's a really good time to pick up one of these if you've been looking for a new way to protect your gear. Ever since the Steam Deck came out, the handheld PC landscape has been getting more and more popular, and I feel like you're going to start seeing more of these handheld PCs out in the wild. You know, back when the Steam Deck first came out, people would see it and they'd be like, is that a Nintendo Switch? But now more people know what the Steam Deck is. They're aware of the ROG Ally and the Lenovo Legion Go, because I get asked about it by people who, like, they know that I play a lot of video games, but they don't necessarily know that I have a YouTube channel, and they ask me about this stuff. So I think that you're going to start seeing these things out in public more often, and dbrand is a really good way to make your particular handheld PC stand out. We've all seen their Switch skins, their cell phone skins, their iPad skins, their Steam Deck skins, but something that they just started making are Lenovo Legion Go skins. The Legion Go skins are particularly easy to apply, and dbrand does a really good job explaining how to do it. They come in a bunch of different colors. I decided to apply this skin to my prototype, and I'm reserving the other colors for when my production unit actually comes in. But they don't just make skins. They also make fantastic and very easy to apply tempered glass screen protectors. They make them for the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, the Nintendo Switch, as well as the Legion Go and a whole bunch of other devices. Here's me applying my tempered glass screen protector to my Lenovo Legion Go, and I got it right on the first try. Moving on to inputs, just about every gamer that I know has a keyboard on their desk, and almost every single one of them is always kind of on the hunt for an upgrade to that keyboard. This is the Keychron K4 Pro, and I absolutely love this keyboard. I bought it last year, and I've been, was it last year or earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year, but whenever I bought it, I've been a huge fan of it. Now, let's talk about why I picked this particular keyboard and why somebody, somebody who is interested in upgrading their keyboard might want to pick this one, or why they might want to pick a different one. I had three things that needed to be true for any keyboard that I had on my desk. Number one is that I wanted to have a number pad on my keyboard. I know most gamers would prefer to have more mousing space, so I'm going to link to one that doesn't have a number pad, and I'm going to link to the one that I use, which does have a number pad. They're going to both be awesome because Keychron makes really good keyboards. Number two, I wanted it to be wireless. I do not like wires dragged across my desk. I like my desk to be as wire-free as I possibly can. I know that that's tough with this big setup that I have here, but I do want to avoid wires if possible. And number three, I wanted the keyboard to be able to connect to multiple devices at the same time. This keyboard checked all those boxes. I can connect it to my Windows PC, my Mac, which is my editing PC, and I can connect it to whatever handheld PC that I happen to be using at the time, all at the same time, and I simply press function 1, function 2, and function 3 to swap between them. It's fantastic. I love it. And it's also really, really nice looking. It's hefty. It's really well built. It's built like a truck, actually, and it never moves once you put it exactly where you want it. So I highly recommend the Keychron K4 Pro, or the same version that doesn't have a number pad if you are of the variety of people that don't like number pads. Next to my keyboard is my mouse. And it is, boy, I've had this thing for a really long time. This is the Logitech MX Master 3. It's not necessarily a gaming mouse. It is more for video editing, but this, ever since I got this mouse, I don't know that I could ever not use this mouse. It's a wireless mouse, which is very important to me. It connects to 3 devices at once, my Mac, my PC, and whatever handheld PC that I happen to be using at the time. Super useful stuff. And it has 2 scroll wheels, one to scroll vertically, one to scroll horizontally, plus a couple of extra buttons. I've played with lots of different gaming mice in the past, and I do have some recommendations down below, but none of those are the ones that I use anymore. This is the one that I now use. It's my favorite, but there's tons of options out there, and I've got a bunch of options down below for you. Next up, controllers. If they play games on PC, then they're probably going to want an Xbox controller. That's generally the default for gaming on PC, but you can make it custom for them. I think that this is a really, really cool idea. If you go on Xbox's website, I'll leave a link down below. You can completely customize every aspect of a controller. This is one that I made for myself. It's got this blue shell with yellow buttons up on the top and white face buttons. I love the way that this thing looks, and right there on it, it says NerdNest. So you can actually put like a little inside joke right there, or put their name so that the kids can not fight over whose controller is whose. I think that that's a really great gift idea, and it's a personal touch. So, because you can personalize it, you can make it exactly the way that they would like it. Now, I don't usually spend much time playing games on my phone, but when I do, I like to use my PlayStation themed Backbone controller. This thing is really, really great. It just slides right onto pretty much any size phone. Here it is on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And it's got a nice D-pad. It's got 2 really good sticks. They're about the same size as a Nintendo Switch, but they feel pretty good. I was skeptical about the offset nature because this one's so far down, but actually because of the shape of the bottom of the controller, it fits in the hand pretty well. This one has the PlayStation buttons on it, which are, the X, square, triangle, cross thing. And it even has a special button right down here, which if I unlock my phone and press that button and get rid of my email, so that's not on the screen. If I press that orange button, it automatically goes into a game launcher, which I need to hit remind me later. It automatically goes into a game launcher that'll allow you to launch your games or connect to Xbox Remote Play or PSN or any of that stuff. I think that this is a really, really cool option. But if you do buy one, make sure that you're paying attention to which phone that the person who you're buying it for has, because it comes in both a USB-C and Lightning variety. This is the USB-C one. They also make one that will connect to older iPhones through Lightning. But if you get in the wrong one, then it's not going to be compatible. So pay close attention to that. But Backbone controller, pretty damn cool. There are tons of options for getting your handheld PCs up on the big screen TV. Enter the dock. This is something that is pretty much compatible with every handheld PC out there. This is the official one from Valve. It's really nice. Has automatic firmware updates, so there's definitely a win there. And it allows you to connect to multiple monitors at the same time, one on DisplayPort and the other one on HDMI. Plus, it has some USB ports and a Ethernet port, so you can get faster downloads. It's really nice. I would not recommend this one if they have anything other than a Steam Deck. But if they have the Steam Deck, that's the one that I would definitely recommend. It also comes with an extra power brick, so you can just leave it plugged in all the time, and then you just set your Steam Deck in it, plug it into the top, and you're all set. It's going to go ahead and download stuff quickly or let you play up on the big screen, kind of like with a Nintendo Switch dock. The other option that I like to recommend, if you have pretty much any other handheld PC, is the JSOX dock. I've got a ton of different docks from JSOX, and any of them are going to be absolutely fine. There's also the iVolar dock. Now, another way that you might want to be able to get your handheld PC up on the TV that's a little bit more portable than a dock would be this. This is a Ugreen dongle, It will do everything that a dock will. It just doesn't like hold your device up for you. The reason I like to have one of these is because this is really, really small and portable and will easily fit in your backpack, so you can always have it with you. I keep one of these in my backpack all the time in case I need to connect my phone to a TV or my iPad to a TV for some reason. It has Ethernet, it has HDMI out, it will read SD cards and micro SD cards as well as USB stuff. This is a really, really good option that I think that just about everybody who has any USB-C devices should just keep in their bag with them at all times. Something else that I like to keep in my bag at all times is this. This is the MiU Mini Plus. It is fantastic. I just got it about, I'm going to say 3 weeks ago. And I have a soft spot in my heart for retro games, especially retro games from the 8-bit era and 16-bit era. If you're, the person you're buying a gift for is my age, in their 40s-ish, this thing is incredibly cool because all you got to do, once you got your games on there, all you got to do is press this little button in the middle, and then I can press A, and it's going to start up the game exactly where I left off. And when I'm done with it, I hit that button again, it saves exactly where I am, and I can just page through the different games that I'm playing. Right here, let me see if I can get it on screen for you. I can just page through the different games that I've been playing on here and pick up exactly where I left off at any time. It charges via USB-C. I do have some custom software on here called Onion OS, which makes it a little bit better. And I will link not only to this, but to my friend's video. His name is Russ. He runs the channel Retro Game Core, which would walk you through the entire setup of getting the operating system on here. But you don't have to do that. This will work right out of the box. All you got to do is supply your own ROMs. And if you just give this to your gift receiver in question, they're going to be able to figure it out very, very easily, especially if you send them Russ's video. So I love that MiU Mini Plus. A lot of people swear by the Anbernic RG35XX. That's also a really good option. I will leave that linked down below. But for me, my favorite is the MiU Mini Plus. Speaking of retro, something that I think would be really cool to receive as a gift is a video game from the year that they were born. Like a physical cartridge. Like, obviously I won't have affiliate links for this, but if you go on eBay and you find, first off, find out the cool games that came out the year that they were born, and you just pick up a copy of that and maybe put it in a shadow box. Here's a copy of a game that came out the year that I was born, 1976, because I'm really, really old, and it is the Fairchild Channel F software, which is hilarious because that's my name. So I always think that that's really cool. So find them a game from the year that they were born, and I think that they would be confused, but I think that they'll like the thought behind it. Let's move on to storage and start off with this right here. It's not the sticker. There we go. That's better. This Samsung 2 terabyte drive. This has all of my retro ROMs on it, and just about every gamer needs some extra storage. If they just got a handheld PC like a Steam Deck or a Lenovo Legion Go or an ROG Ally, then they might need one of these, which is an SD card. I don't know. I don't even know if that's showing up on screen. I can't tell. This is, there's tons of different sizes of SD cards. I will leave links down below of a bunch of different sizes. I keep a terabyte SD card in my Steam Deck at all times, and I don't really run into too many storage issues, which is fantastic. That can be kind of expensive. My buddy Carrie always says never spend more than $50 on an SD card. I spend more than $50 on SD cards, but I also spend less than $50 on SD cards because we all need SD cards like all of the time. Then there's the Xbox and PlayStation. If they're console players, they definitely will need more storage unless they've already bought these things. Xbox makes these ones that just snap into the back of your Xbox and you don't have to like do anything, which is nice, but they're more expensive. If they are a PlayStation gamer, you're going to spend less on storage because it's not as proprietary, and you can just use pretty much any M.2 2280 drive. I will leave a link of ones that I use in the description down below. Make sure that you get the ones that are definitely fast enough for the PS5. So just that's something to keep in mind if you're giving them more storage for Christmas. Got to keep up that speed, otherwise it won't work in the PlayStation. These are my go-tos. Recommend wired headphones. These are the Audio-Technica ATH M50X. They are fantastic. They're starting to show their age because I've had them for a really long time. If you're looking for, like, these are kind of expensive, but if you're looking for something cheaper that can be related to these, is you can find out what headphones they actually have. And you can get them some replacement cushions from Wicked Cushions. They make them a lot more comfortable. So for instance, the ATH M50X that I have right here, the ear cushions that come with them, not comfortable at all. In fact, I won't use them with the default ear cushions. These are ear cushions from Wicked Cushions, and they're really, really comfortable. That being said, I really do like these headphones because they fold up, they're light, they're really comfortable, and they have a very, very flat frequency response, so I'm not getting super over bassy sound. Now, if you don't want to get a wired set, I've got a very expensive non-wired set or wireless set that I want to tell you about, and those are the Arctis, which one I always forget what they're called. They're the Arctis Nova Pros. Let me grab those real quick. All right, these are the Arctis Nova Pros, incredibly comfortable. And these are the ones that I have hooked up to my consoles. Notice I said consoles. They are wireless, and they're hooked up to my Xbox. They're hooked up to my PlayStation. They're hooked up to anything that is hooked up to my TV, because the device, the little base station that comes with them, is hooked up to a little HDMI switch that's in the back of my TV. So whatever gets HDMI sends that audio straight to these headphones. And they also have USB out from the base station that goes into the PlayStation and into the Xbox. So if I want to get on comms with people, they can hear me and I can hear them. And it's just absolutely fantastic. But that's not even the coolest part about these. The coolest part about these, other than the fact that they sound awesome, is that you can pop off the side, you can pop out the battery, and in the base station, there's a spot to put this battery to charge it. And it comes with 2 batteries. So you always have a battery charging. And then when this is dead, you pop it out, swap batteries, put it in the base station, it's charging things up, and you are right back into gaming within like 5 seconds, I think. Not only that, but this will connect to whatever it is that you're playing your games on. And at the same time, it can use Bluetooth to pair to your phone. So I can listen to a podcast on my phone and play games at the same time. It's a really, really fantastic headset, but it is pretty pricey. Just keep that in mind. All right, that was a pretty big list of gaming ideas for the gamer in your life, or for you if you get like some gift cards during this holiday season. But what did I leave off of that list? Leave comments down below of things that should have been added to this list, so maybe I can update it for next year. But, you know, if something didn't catch your eye in this particular video, you can scroll down through the comments and see what other people are suggesting. Who knows? Maybe you'll see the comment of somebody that you know in real life and you can pick up something for them. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, you're probably going to enjoy this one right here. From the Nerd Nest, I'm Bill. Stay rad, everybody.